Hello my friend, how are you doing? This is Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator. Sort of just like the last video when I was at the river, I just press go on the little red button here on the flip camera and I just roll. Those are some of the better videos. Then I just talk about what's on my mind. I remember back in the day we used to be a little bit more specific about certain things. But there's so many various questions, and we seem to be hitting a lot of different people with a lot of different issues. Some of it's food related, a lot of it's not. In fact, when people call me for the consultations, it's always something deeper. I need a consultation from somebody. I'm trying to get into my own stuff, but at the same time, yet there was a message this morning, which made me just want to point out that really the key to finding peace is accepting things as they are. And like if you get a broad enough context, you read enough spiritual books, you realize that like spiritual masters and stuff, I mean, they went through all kinds of stuff. Sicknesses, loss of loved ones. I mean, they go through all the same things that we do, no matter how spiritual you are. That doesn't mean you don't stub your toe or you don't overeat or whatever. But the spirituality, what that does is it gives you, you're like, the difference between someone who's really spiritual and maybe someone who's not as spiritual is like the person who's not as spiritual is like, oh, I overate, I'm going to be fat, I'm going to be sick, I'm such a bad person, oh my God, what a loser, I'm so sick of this, I hate myself. The more spiritual person is going to go like, oh, I overate. Well, I'm going to pay attention. See if I can learn something from it. And you don't really get down on yourself, and you don't beat yourself up. But awareness. The next time you go, okay, what was it that triggered that? I had a stressful day, and then I went and I did something, and then I went to another stressful environment, and then all I wanted to do was come home and eat a whole bunch of food. Instead, you could have maybe went like to the gym. You could have had a stressful day at work, and then you could have went to the gym instead of going to try to make up with your ex-girlfriend or something, which made the stressful day even more stressful. And then you just went home and ate everything in sight, because that's a very common way of dealing with things that we have a hard time dealing with. Hey, I'm no different. I'm a pretty lucky person. That's why I think I'm doing so well, is because I mean, I've done it all. I used to be like, it used to be sex, and then it was, all at the same time, and there was a lot of drugs, and then there would be the entertainment, which I don't even hardly watch any kind of entertainment anymore. I'm too busy. I watch my own videos on YouTube, and that's entertaining enough. I'm like, what's this guy going to say next, But you just keep moving, and you keep creating more space, but right now I still use food a little bit myself, even though I've been like 100% raw for like perfectly for a really long time. It's cool, you learn the tricks, and it's my intention to teach you all the tricks on how to stay raw, because even if you're having like emotional eating and you eat raw food, it's way better. Like sometimes I'll emotional eat with oranges, and let me tell you, that's way better to emotionally eat with oranges than it is to emotionally eat with pizza, okay? Because the next day, the oranges, like 2 hours later, you're back to good again. You overeat on pizza for emotional eating, you're like talking about 2 days later and a couple of colonics, and you're sort of starting to finally feel good, Somebody asked me about colonics. I really believe in colonics, especially for people that are trying to lose weight. Clean, pure water, injected into the rectum. Let's just all be adults here. And it goes in there and it expands the colon. This is pure fresh water. You know what I mean? You drink it from this end, why not this end, right? It expands the colon and breaks up crustifications. And then when it creates a back pressure, and then boom, junk comes out of there that's been impacted in there for God knows how long. There's a lot of controversy around that, but dude, I've seen colonics help people in amazing ways. And myself, I've had like these like religious experiences with colonics, man. So I think they're very beneficial, and I think that people should look into it, especially at the beginning of the weight loss journey. But anytime I've had, there was a young lady just a little while ago, very close to me, a person, and she was like, I have a headache, I don't feel good. So I was like, well, just take an enema, you know. And then she's like, oh yeah. She goes, takes an enema, boom, headache's gone, energy comes back. The colon is the hub, baby, and if you're not keeping the colon cleaned and flushed. Now obviously if you were 100% raw vegan and you ate nothing but fruits and tender leafy vegetables, you'd have no problem, you'd never need to clean your booty. But the thing is too, when you're like juice feasting and you've got no fiber, you know, it's a good idea to get a colonic too. So another random little thing that came up for my boy who's trying to get it together, you know. So a series of 2 or 3 colonics at the beginning of your weight loss journey will be immensely helpful. I enjoy them quite a bit too. Just it gives a nice feeling. Anyways, just wanted to check in because this is going to be my last chance. I don't know what's going on. As you know, you're all invited to come meet me at the Best of Raw Awards at Rawvolution in Santa Monica. It starts at 7 o'clock on the 2nd. I can't remember if it's a Tuesday or Wednesday, but it is on the 2nd, and it starts at 7 at Rawvolution. And I'll be chilling there, looking forward to meeting some people. I know I said I would not mention it again, but I get so many new viewers every day. This thing is growing like wildfire. It's really, really neat. I think that people can tell that I really care, and I just have 10 minutes a day to like give you something that you can use to improve your life. All the little things I've used to improve my life. Otherwise I wouldn't share them, you know what I mean? But there is a little bit of a contest, and it'd be really cool to win, baby, because I got a team of people, and the team of people, Bennett, when I win, they all win. You know, I got people in the background that are working day and night to get this website up. So I'll put a link down below, and you can vote for me for the Sexiest Raw Food Guy and the Raw Educator of the Year, which is actually secretly my favorite one. The sexy thing is just funny, you know. It's like, yeah, this guy who thought he was ugly his whole life and too skinny and had weird teeth, having an award like that, it's like, whoa, dude, it's pretty surreal. It goes to show you that you too can accomplish anything if you just keep on keeping on and building yourself up from the inside out, you know, with lots of love. So I'll put that link down below, and then anybody who hasn't voted for Dan the Man with the Master Plan, in all the categories, baby, you know what I'm saying? Let's sweep this thing again. I'd appreciate that a lot, so thank you very much. On the website, what's really cool I wanted to share is that there's a little map, and it'll be like, where is Dan? So you'll be able to go to the website and see where I'm going to be, because what I want to do is I need to consolidate. Trying to meet people one at a time is like way too much, so I'm going to try to consolidate larger meetings with people, different groups of people. I have a juice feast coming up. I want to plant this seed in your head. It'll be in Northern California, Sacramento area, I think. I will have more details later, but I'll be doing a juice feast up there. There's a limited amount of places, but it's really inexpensive. I'm kind of surprised. And I think it'll be really great for people to come out and really, I'll plug you in, you know, on the juice feasting, on how to plug it in and just how to flush, cleanse, alkalize, raw foods, juices. That's why I like the juices, you know what I mean? Like, you won't find a juice machine in nature, but then again, you won't find colonics. I mean, you won't find concrete, you won't find vaccinations, you won't find chemtrails, you won't find like really weak soil, farmers that are in a hurry to get stuff to the market. We've got a lot of things going against, kind of against us these days. Things that we have to work at to keep our strength, and we have to adjust and adapt and mold into this life as it is. I know a lot of people are having like nervous system stuff, depression. I see, lately it's weird, I've been seeing a lot of people that shake. They shake, and I know their nervous system is down. There's herbs for that, which I'll be getting into. Nervous system formulas that help to strengthen the nervous system. Fruit's good for the nervous system. There's a lot of pesticides, chemtrails. I mean, you know, we're being bombarded. We need to support one another, and we need to stop judging And we need to quit relying so much on, hey, this is how it was. I mean, I say every animal in nature never cooked its food, you know what I'm saying? That's one principle that I use the nature thing for, but we don't really live in nature anymore, you know what I mean? We got to get creative, and we got to like be easy on ourselves. That's kind of one of the main things I wanted to point out today, because a lot of people ask me, what can I do to do this? What can I do to do that? And there are answers to that stuff for sure, by alkalizing, strengthening, and regenerating the body, getting plenty of rest. Sunlight is very good for the nervous system. But detoxing the fat cells, you know, the toxins get stored in fat, and they just wreak havoc on our nervous system. People shake, and they eat a lot of cooked dead food, and it's just hard to get that energy going. So really the main point was that I just wanted to make today, and which is the point of this video, is that just to accept everything and find peace with all your troubles and all your worries, all your doubts and all your fears. It's okay. We're just human. We're only here for a little bit. You can't solve the world's problems. You can't even really solve your own, except when you just accept where you are, what's going on, and then that's the foundation, you know, for you to be able to make changes that will create more of what you want in this life. Get a vision in your mind, hold it in there, and believe and have faith. Man, I sure wish I could keep going, because I really like to make sure that everybody gets what they need, but I believe love is the answer. I have a lot of faith. I believe in you, because if I can do it and come from this place where I was, and then here I am now, just simply sharing love with people, and I'm very calm, and I'm very much at peace. And I still have problems too, you know, things that my mind tries to convince me are problems, but I'm accepting myself, I'm accepting the human condition, and I want to do that for you. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I wish I could keep going, but I got to end this video right now. My name is Dan McDonald. I'm the Life Regenerator. I appreciate you subscribing to these videos, and checking all the links down below, voting for me at the Best of Raw. And now I really won't mention it again. Come out and see me on the 2nd over at the Best of Raw. I'd love to have the whole Life Regenerator family running all the way around the block. And I sure do appreciate you and your courage that it's going to take. We are weirdos, but we're very, very intelligent weirdos who like to take common sense and apply that to our lives. Fruits, vegetables, and love. And everything else kind of just falls into place. Can you dig it? Thank you so much. Goodbye for now.